from beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Here's Jason Sanders now to get this one started. And we are underway from Hard Rock Stadium. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They run with a dangerous Saquon Barkley. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Throwing is Hurts. Looking deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Dallas Goedert, 67 yards. And the Eagles need just 2 plays on their opening drive to take the early lead. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. On the ground, this is Devon Achane. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10. At the 29-yard line.
Again, it's Achane. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
That's a nice job there, foiling what all offenses try to do, which is control the defensive end in the running game. They want to get to the outside, and if he keeps himself free, stays on his feet, he can make a play just as he did there.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. They set up the screen. Achane has it. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
Hey, get set. 1st and 10. Hey, 21-2.
Here's Tua. A short throw there. That's to Smythe, the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 17 more yards. They had 17 on the previous snap as well. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. In motion left, Hill. And they're going to give it to him on the jet sweep. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Hey, come on, 2. Come on, 2. Come on, 2. On the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the Eagles' 39-yard line. Hey, turbo 1. Turbo 1.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Well, that's absolutely going to fire this defense up. They made it their mission to deny that completion, and they came through with a nice hit and knocked it incomplete.
7th play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Tua going to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
I think that's how this defense is going to need to play these tight ends. They got to get right up on them and stay physical. And that paid off on that play, helping force that incompletion.
They'll go. Achane. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Eagles 7, Dolphins nothing.
Second quarter from Miami. It's the Dolphins with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. In motion goes the tight end. On 1st down, back to Achane. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the Eagles' 22-yard line.
Achane here, they stay on the ground. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down. Tua sets up to pass it. Steps away to his left. Touchdown, Dolphins! Devon Achane, a 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Dolphins are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent offer a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. On 3rd down, Barkley, and he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They're going to try and throw. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And that will force a turnover on downs. Now Achane on 1st and 10. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
Right back to Achane on second down. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as he'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
Ready.
They'll run. Achane. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Now they'll throw with Tagovailoa. Buying time to his left. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. And the Eagles are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
They'll get this out to Barkley complete. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1.
That's a pretty play there coming out of the backfield, but as that back, you've got to be conscious of making sure you're securing the football. When you get out in open field, sometimes you get a little loose with it as you're trying to get up ahead of steam. Make sure you keep it close to your body because those defenders are trying to punch it free. He does a nice job there protecting the ball and picking up a first down.
Hurts sets up to throw it. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Hurts. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And out across midfield down to the 45. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
And that was a beautifully executed screen pass. They let the rushers get upfield and get the escorts in front, meaning the offensive linemen, other blockers out in front, completed the pass beautifully. So now you've got all that open space with big guys leading the way.
And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
They'll throw now on the final play. He's going deep for Brown. And this one is incomplete. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon. Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece. 7-7 our score. And we will not see a return of the dynamic kickoff. And the first drive of the second half will commence from the 30-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the third quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one. And we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee-wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours. Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
Ready. Turbo one. Turbo one, high.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Forced out to his left. To a hit, and the ball is out. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. He's thankful right now for that sideline because it could have been a fumble loss, instead just a fumble, though they will have to punt it down.
You're right about that, but do you think there's ever been a player happier to see his own punter go on the field than him?
No.
I mean, not at all, right? How fortunate is he that they got a chance to punt it away, and it's not just a turnover at the spot.
Wow, and that is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. Here's Hurts to throw. He'll check this one down to Gainwell. Here now, 2nd and 4. They're going to look to throw. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Brown. Barkley is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. So this game tied at the half, but we are tied no more. A touchdown there on the opening sequence of this 3rd quarter.
And what a great drive put together by their offensive coordinator. He had a plan, and they executed it almost to perfection, coming right out of the locker room. Now they're feeling good about their chances here in the 2nd half.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Miami. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him, kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
He's going to go for a big play downfield. It's caught inside the 25. A big play there for Philly. 48 yards.
When you get into the 2nd half of a tie ball game, you start realizing that every play takes on a bigger significance, and this is pretty significant right here. This is where you start putting the pressure on that secondary, and that's a job well done there.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. They'll look to throw here on first down. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down. Barkley inside handoff, and this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
63. Out.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. Dancing to his left. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And the Eagles are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. Second down, goal to go. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. Two of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Another try for Barkley. And he will take this one in for an Eagle touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Eagles have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the 4th. They do tack on the extra point as well. And the lead is now 21-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Here's 1st and 10.
Go ahead.
Throwing Tua. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit?
Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
We got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Another run on 2nd down, trying to cover up. And he's going to have a gain of 11 to the 11 before he's brought down. 1st and 10. I guess he was saving his best for last, so to speak. Longest run of the day coming here in the 4th quarter right there.
And that type of run makes for a better night for him and his teammates, doesn't it? To be able to produce this late in the game can lead to some big smiles and satisfaction in the locker room after this one's over.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
So fly, Eagles, fly. It's a victory for Philadelphia. And we talk so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they go on to victory.
They look like a smooth operation in this one, didn't they? Because you look at every facet of the game, they handled their business. Offense took care of the football, converted it into points. Defense took the ball away, gave it back to the offense. Special teams right there with them. That's the type of game a coach is going to really love and value. And when they show the film, they have to be careful not to give out too many kudos and kill their motivation going forward.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL.
The address is 347 Don Shula Drive in honor of the legendary coach. The stadium is Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens, Florida. The veteran, Jason Sanders, ready to get us started. And off we go from South Florida. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. Here's 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Goff. Oh, the first play, and he is intercepted. Picked off by Tyrell Dodson.
An opening play call like that, Mike, has exactly one goal. Let's connect on something early and quiet this home crowd. But all they did was energize them. I mean, listen to this place after that interception. They're feeding into it. They're giving this offense extra momentum as they now take the field.
Not much happening there, just a short game. Here's a 2nd and 9. Man in motion is Barrios. Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down. Here's Tagovailoa. Now a screen set up for Achane. He's going to be taken down, but there's a late flag in the backfield that might give him 15 more yards.
They're right here.
Man in motion is Barrios. 2 and out on 1st down. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
All right, come on.
Tua going to give it to Achane. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
The goal of every offense, Mike, is to find a way to establish a balance between the run and the pass. With some success here early on the ground will open up things as the game unfolds for the quarterback in this passing game.
Hill brought in motion. They'll toss it here to Achane. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. They put Smythe in motion. Now a run for the first time for the veteran Raheem Mostert. And the Dolphins are going to be set up with a first and goal. It's a nice run there. It gets them down to the 6.
This is a guy who's been doing it at a high level, Mike, for a long time. Not too many running backs finding success in the NFL past the age of 30. That's usually when they kind of ride off into the sunset. But as always, there's the exception to every rule.
He'll get maybe a yard down to the 4-yard line. Inside the 5, it is second and goal.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up second and goal.
They'll motion the tight end Smith. One more time, it's Achane. And he'll get 3 yards here, down to the 2-yard line.
And with that run, Mike, even though it brings up third down, it still keeps this offense in what they call a 50-50 downs. It means with the down and distance provided, you can call a run or a pass, and both are equal threats. And that's what makes it so hard for these defenses to defend those situations.
Line of scrimmage, the 2-yard line. It's third down and goal. They put Smythe in motion. They'll run. It's Mostert. And he's going nowhere on this one. Met and dropped behind the line. And now it is fourth and goal. Jason Sanders on to try the field goal. This one is good. He knocks it through. And the Dolphins will take a 3-0 lead.
Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in first and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
First and 10. From the gun, it's Goff. Pass complete, it is St. Brown. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Second down and 3. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. That's a short one caught by Laporta. He is knocked down hard. Wow, they stomped him in his tracks, but he does have enough to pick up the first down.
We'll give a little credit here defensively. Even though they allow the first down, we've seen defenses really struggle bringing this big tight end to the ground, and they didn't allow him to pick up a bunch of yards after contact, but he was able to get just enough to pick up the first down.
That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
You see so many teams wait till third down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on first down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screenplay still in the back of their head. This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. Second and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the first down.
On first and 10, here's Goff. A throw complete to Tim Patrick. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at the end zone. You want to get points, ideally a touchdown, but either way, you have the ball last before the end of the second quarter.
Finding room to the 20. The speed on display. He's in. David Montgomery. Touchdown, Detroit. Now Jake Bates on for the extra point. He's got it. And the Lions move out to a 7-3 lead. So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for first and 10. Hill brought in motion. The Lions call their first timeout, and they'll get a chance to catch their breath over on the sideline. They'll motion the tight end, Smith. On first and 10, here's Tua. They'll try to hit him with a screen. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. How about 25 yards to start the drive? First down.
This is such a critical moment in the game, that middle 4 minutes, the final 2 minutes of the first half, and then the possession to come out of the halftime break. So maximizing this possession here before halftime is critical. See if you can get a drive starter. See if you can get an easy completion to kickstart a 2-minute mode, and that's what they got here. Now they got to see if they can go down and steal some points. Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
In motion, it's Waddle. Back to throw is Tua. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down. Now the Dolphins going to use the first of their timeouts. Talk things over before third down. They'll motion the tight end, Smith. On third down, they'll go with Achane. Now Detroit's going to use their second timeout.
Taken down at the 41. A gain of 5. It's fourth down.
It's too long for a field goal. They'll go for it here on fourth down.
Go ahead. All right, fellas, listen up. Hey! Solo left Zion.
They snap it to Tua. And he's going to be hit and taken down. They got him with a big-time rush, and it will lead to a turnover on downs. So they come to the line for first down and 10.
76, come on. 76.
Goff. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a first down. That one good for 26 yards.
Super one. What?
On first down, it's Goff. He's got Laporta open on the left side. And they will take him down at the 20-yard line. Goff going to throw here on 1st and 10. Open man, it's Jameson Williams. And the Lions are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
These are the kind of plays that when you draw them up on the chalkboard, Mike, they all look great. But if you can't protect long enough, you're never going to get the receiver. I mean, think, he started on the left side of the formation in the slot, and he has to run all the way across the field to the right third. I mean, that takes a lot of time. Let's give a lot of credit to the big guys up front.
Amon-Ra St. Brown, the receiver he was trying to target, and it'll bring up 2nd and goal.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least, it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call. You can feel them starting to press a little bit, especially with this passing game. They find themselves so close to the end zone, they got to get it over the goal line. You got to be a little bit more accurate. You got to be a little bit smarter with the ball, and right now,
to the goal line and in. Amon-Ra St. Brown. Touchdown, Lions.
Just a really nice job, Mike, especially just staying poised. Pressure situation, you know how important it is to steal some points before the half, but everybody's in control. Everybody understood the situation and the clock, and they're able to finish that half in style with that late touchdown.
Bates, good, with the extra point. And the Lions extend their advantage to 14-3. Very little time remaining in this first half as this kick is away. Here he is, Tyreek Hill back to return. Now an opening past the 30. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but a very solid return. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10.
Ready.
Off play action, it's Tua. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. So we reach halftime, and the visiting Lions are in the lead. As we head north to Orlando, we're going to join the coach, Jonathan Coachman. He's got our EA Sports halftime report. All right, Coach, second half, drawing near. Glad to have you back with us here on EA Sports. Third quarter set to commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback.
Ready. Step. Out.
Now a first down throw for Tua. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. In motion, it's Waddle. A run out of the gun with Achane. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
Finding yourself down here, multiple scores in the second half. The defense is going to give you some friendly run looks. So don't be afraid to mix it in there. But if you're going to find yourself coming back from this deficit, you're going to have to do it primarily through the air with just a little bit of mix of the run.
Man in motion is Berrios. Once again, it's Achan. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. They'll stay on the ground with Achan. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
These edge rushers, they are judged by their sack totals, Mike. They love to rush the passer. But they have responsibilities in the run game as well. Great job here, keeping it to no gain.
Here now, 3rd and 5. Man in motion is Berrios. Tua now on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
Missed opportunities like these are a big reason why they find themselves down double digits here in the 3rd quarter, Mike. Points on this possession could have gone a long way towards making this game competitive, but instead, poor execution, especially in the passing game, and it's another wasted drive.
No move for the punt team. The offense staying out there for 4th down. They'll motion the tight end, Smith. They're going to go. It's Tua. He's going to air this one out. Looking for Hill.
All right, Mike, so in a situation like this, I would love to see the quarterback think 1st down. I don't need a touchdown. I need a fresh set of downs. I need to keep the chains moving and give me more opportunities to hopefully end this drive with a touchdown.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. They'll go play action with Goff. Got a man open. It's Patrick. And he's going to be out of bounds, but they take it to the 20-yard line with that one. Goff to throw on 1st down. This one caught by Patrick. And the Lions are going to have a 1st and goal. He's taken down at about the 8.
Well, it goes without saying. You want to play wide receiver in the NFL, Mike. How well can you change directions? How fast can you get your body from one direction to another? And when you can cut like this guy, I'm not sure how you guard it.
Down to the 4. It'll be 2nd and goal. One more time with Montgomery. And that big offensive line. Clearing space. He's in. David Montgomery. Touchdown, Detroit. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. Taking care of business on the ground to get the score. And, Greg, the big guys up front, they deserve some praise on that one.
Absolutely, Mike. And it really only takes one guy to distort the defense and win his block. But in this case, give credit to the entire unit. They did their job, and they reward their offense with a touchdown.
Lions 21, Dolphins 3.
So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. Tyreek now to return it. Oh, he's got room past the 30. Good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line. On the ground to start the drive, it's Achan. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6. On 2nd down, Achan. HN, a first down, and then some. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line. They'll motion the tight end, Smith. A play fake. Now two at a throw. Looking underneath for HN. And he's going to lose yardage here. That's the way they'll switch ends as this third quarter has come to an end. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down. Hill brought in motion. Throwing on third down, Tagovailoa. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up fourth down. They'll try it now with HN. And he will have a Dolphins first down. And that wasn't easy, but they do wind up converting a 4th and 7 to keep the drive alive. A shotgun snap for Tua. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Tyreek Hill there, and it'll lead to a second down. Here's Tagovailoa. That's taken in by HN. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down. Line of scrimmage is the 15. It's 1st and 10.
They're right here.
In motion, it's Waddle. On the ground is HN. He is in. Come on, HN. Touchdown, Dolphins. Well, Greg, the light's still on way down at the end of the tunnel here. They are climbing back into this one with that touchdown here in the fourth quarter.
And they have a tall task ahead of them, Mike, but they have a chance. I mean, we've seen stranger things happen. They got a 2-possession game here late. They're going to need a couple stops, and they're going to need a couple things to bounce their way.
This one not quite over, but down a couple of scores. We're going to get an onside kick. The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away.
Late in the game, this is where you see teams really start taking some chances. And boy, this was a big one, but it's not going to work out.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Goff with the give to Montgomery. And nothing on that one. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
Heck of an effort by this runner, Mike, just to get back to the line of scrimmage. I think most backs around the league, that play would have resulted in a loss, but not this guy. Continued to fight, continued to do everything he could to prevent the loss, but it still stopped for no gain.
On play action, Goff. Oh, that may be the break they needed. That one's intercepted. Picked off by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see. Can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
They'll come up for 1st and 10.
Solo left Zion. Solo left Zion.
Man in motion is Berrios.
Ready, set.
On 1st down, here's Tagovailoa to throw. He'll swing this one out wide to his running back. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. 2 timeouts still left, but scoring quickly here, a must. It's 1st and 10.
Ready.
They'll drop to throw. Now a screen set up for HN.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
Throwing is Tua. He'll get rid of it and complete it. Tua and his old Bama teammate Waddle for the Dolphin first down.
And this is where the speed of your inside receivers are so critical. He lines up in the right slot. But, Mike, look how far he covers to where he ended up receiving that ball. You can't have all day. Those defensive linemen, they are coming after your quarterback. So the speed in the slot is critical. That's a great example why. A great pass rush is like a closer in baseball. When you bring them into the game, it's all but over. That's exactly the case here. It doesn't result necessarily in a sack, but it was the hit that altered the throw just enough to end that play before it started.
Here's second down. In motion, it's Waddle. To the air again, Tagovailoa. That is brought in at the 10. What a pickup, a gain of 18. And it sets up first and goal.
What a luxury that certain teams, when they have a guy like this, I mean, not only is he the big target, but then to have that size and speed to run away from these linebackers and do so much of his damage after the catch.
Here we go, first and goal. Here's HN. And he'll just get up inside those big bodies up front, and he's in. Devon HN. Touchdown, Miami. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon.
Well, that was step one. The offense did their job, get this thing back within one possession, so they're still alive. But now they've got to find a way to get a little bit of luck and find a way to get the ball back, and it's not going to be easy.
Now it's HA. And this one ruined quickly. Take him back to the 5-yard line.
21, Dolphins 16.
A one-score game late. You figure they got to have this one as they'll try an onside kick. The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away.
This is tough. You're trying to give your guys a chance and time it just right, but you have to hit it hard enough. This time, it doesn't go 10 yards. Not going to work out.
Straight ahead, it's Montgomery. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's second down. One more time for Montgomery. And he will work this down inside the 40. That's going to be good enough to move the chains. First down.
Second down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up the first down.
And the defense was ready for him this time. Did not have the same room to run. That one's no gain. Try again. It's second and 10.
Here we go. 76. 76.
Goff gives it to Gibbs. And a nice run there as he surges forward. A gain of 8 and sets up third down.
It's tough to completely celebrate, Mike, when you don't pick up the first down. but that's a run you will take every single time. I mean, good yardage in a lot of situations, it'll get you the first down, just not here.
They're going to try to run here with Gibbs. 17 yards, the gain there. First down, Detroit. The Lions called their first timeout as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. First down, and they stick with Gibbs. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up second down. Now Detroit's going to use their second timeout. Stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. On the handoff, it's Montgomery. And he will not be able to get free, picking up only a yard. Now, it's third down. They'll stay on the ground. Again, Montgomery. And the Lions are going to be set up with a first and goal as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 3. So it's a win here for the Lions. They're able to get the job done in front of a hostile crowd as they come away with the victory.